Hi good people, welcome to my YouTube channel, a channel of hope and inspiration. And today I just have a very short and brief topic about self-esteem. You see, this is one of the things that has really ruined a lot of people's destinies, because people formed opinions based on what people think about them. People based opinions about what people said about them. And now you see, when you talk about self-esteem, it has everything to do with who you are and how you are supposed to position yourself and to operate within the right parameters that God created you to be and to become. Now, when God created us, He created us with deposits of talents, capabilities, potentials, and abilities to be able to become the best version of who we are supposed to become in this world. But it takes you as a person to be able to realize and to operate within your area so that you can be able to bring out the best, that which God deposited in you. Now, when you talk about self-esteem, we have three kinds of self-esteem. And when we talk about these three kinds of self-esteem, it is very important for us to be able to understand that every self-esteem plays its role. And I'll be able to highlight them. Number one, we have the inflated self-esteem. When you talk about inflated self-esteem, these are the people who think they are the alpha and the omega. These are the people who are never wrong. Anytime you have to apologize to them. Anytime everything that is happening, it has to end with them, because they feel the sense of superiority. These are the people who are the control freaks, and they feel that I don't owe anyone an apology for the things that are happening. It has to be in my own reflection. They put a lot of trust in them, that they don't have any room for mistakes. They don't have any room for corrections. Have you ever related with people who can never be corrected? Anything that happens, it has to go back to you. They keep shifting the blame. And when all these things are happening, it becomes very chaotic. It becomes very hard, even in relationships and friendships, to deal with such a person who cannot be able to own into their mistakes, who cannot be able to say, I'm sorry, I wronged you. It wasn't within the right parameters, and I ask of your forgiveness. This becomes dangerous people dealing with in friendships and also in relationships. Number two, the kind of self-esteem we have is the high self-esteem. When you talk about the high self-esteem, this is the right measure of self-esteem, because these are the people who think normally about themselves. They are not exaggerated, and they don't hate on themselves. These are the people that believe I can make mistakes, and also making mistakes does not mean that I live on the same mistake forever. I can say sorry and move on and forgive myself. These are the people who believe that things work within God-given timelines, and I can, yes, maybe I have failed to achieve something today, but that does not mean I'm going to beat down on myself and act as if I'm a failure, because it's just an event that happened that was not within my planning. That does not disqualify me from what God has ordained for me to become. These are the people who operate within the right mindset. And the last type of self-esteem is the low self-esteem. And many people are suffering from low self-esteem. You see, low self-esteem is formed as a result of the past. It's formed as a result of maybe childhood. Maybe some people, they were subjected to pain in their childhood. Some people were subjected to situations whereby they were not loved. Some people were subjected to molestation. Some people were subjected to things, even past the relationships, that were very cruel to them. So through the words maybe they received from their parents, through the words that they received from their partners, they formed part of their self-esteem. And now they hate on themselves. They reach a point, everything, they believe that nothing good is supposed to happen in their lives. They believe they are not entitled to anything good. They believe that anything good is not their reservation. These are the people who anything they talk about themselves is negative. They become so much negative about themselves. And this is something that can be dealt with, and it becomes very important when we can be able to deal with these things. So as I finish, I've said that we have three types of self-esteem. Number one is the inflated self-esteem, the high self-esteem, and the low self-esteem. Do not operate on a low self-esteem. It doesn't matter what the past has brought in your life. It doesn't matter what kind of opinion people formed about your life. You can be able to wake up, shake off the dust, and tell yourself, I have the mark of God. I have the best in my life. I'm not gonna look down on myself. I'm not gonna hate down on myself because one person opinion, maybe your ex said you are not beautiful. Now you believed in their word. So anytime you have to look for validation from people, don't look for validation. Don't look for approvals from people. Believe in yourself. You have the mark of God. You can become the best version of what God created you to be. Thank you so much for watching. You can subscribe and invite your friends also and be part of this growing family. God bless.